It's coming to 9 o'clock here in Nairobi. Good evening and thank you for joining us. This is Prime Edition. My name is O'Brien Kimani. Brian Muralu is our sign language interpreter. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has moved to the High Court to stop his impeachment. In a 144-page petition, Gachagua is poking holes on the ground cited in his impeachment motion, arguing that it was founded on deceit and misrepresentation of material fact. Gachagua also wants the court to halt the planned public participation exercise slated for Friday, accusing the Speaker of the National Assembly and his deputy of bias.
Lakini unajua wengine wanajaribu, nimeona wengine wananisindikisha, sasa wabunge 300 wamesaini, sasa wewe you are die cast, si ujiuzuru uende nyumbani. Sasa mimi nijiuzuru, hii kazi mimi sikujipea.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is now pleading with the High Court to shield him from the planned impeachment motion, claiming he won't be accorded a fair hearing.
Honorable members, I have a short communication on the public participation program on the special motion for the removal from office by impeachment of His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
In his 144-page petition, Gachagua is pleading with the courts to issue conservatory orders to suspend the impeachment process underway at the National Assembly. The Deputy President notes that the intended impeachment process against him essentially seeks to overturn the sovereign will of the majority of people of Kenya who voted for him to be the Deputy President.
Elections were done. President and I were elected on the joint ticket for 5 years, and that is the will of the people. Let us not fall into the temptation of overturning the will of the people through other methods.
Father Gachagua, through his lawyers, has accused the National Assembly of allocating minimal time for public participation and that only a few people will participate in the event to give views which he terms as grossly insufficient to facilitate any meaningful and reasonable public engagement, thus urging the court to halt the exercise in its entirety.
Na ndio nimepita hapa, nitapita hapo Runyenjes, Chuka mpaka Meru. Niongee na watu wetu waniambie kama wanataka tukae tukiwa kitu kimoja.
Gachagua in his petition also accused the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and Deputy Speaker Gladys Sholei of bias for publicly declaring their stand on how they will prefer Gachagua's impeachment to go.
Ikiwa ni mimi, nitolewe. Akiwa ni Makau, atolewe. Akiwa ni Kamene, atolewe. Ikiwa ni wewe, utolewe. Because we want peace.
In yet another move to stop his impeachment, Gachagua states that the motion tabled by Kibwezi West MP Mwengi Mutuse is based on frivolous grounds which do not meet the lawful test which justifies an impeachment.
The grounds themselves constitute about 42 pages, and with the rest of the material, we have about nearly 100 pages.
The Deputy President is challenging the 10 grounds of his impeachment, noting that some of the properties and companies listed are not his. Further, Gachagua maintains that certain grounds lacks clarity, with the mover of the motion unable to provide in the motion valuation report that shows he is worth 5.2 billion shillings.
Bishop, mimi sina maneno mengi, mimi nimeshukuru sana kwa maombi. Please continue praying for our country. Let us pray for our president. Let us pray for the government. Let us pray for our leaders.
In his final prayers to the courts, Gachagua is pleading that there will be irreparable consequences if the impeachment sails through, and he will see him permanently barred from ever holding any public office in the future, urging the court to give directions on the issues raised.
It is my hope that sanity will prevail. We tone down on politics of division, siasa ya kumalizana, siasa ya furugu.
Gachagua's latest petition follows 3 other petitions initially filed at the High Court that challenge his looming ouster. However, all of them were dismissed, paving the way for the tabling of the impeachment motion that was signed by 291 MPs. And as Gachagua seeks reprieve from the courts, the clergy is urging dialogue between DP Gachagua and the legislators to cool down political temperatures in the country.
Na tunajua kwamba kama rais na ambaye anapenda amani na ambaye ni Mkristo akisema jambo, mambo yote ya siasa itakoma na ili wananchi wafanyiwe kazi.
Abdiaziz Oshim for Prime Edition.